This might be your worst nightmare come true. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a crazy story coming out of South Korea. Now, some genius, some 5,000 IQ Albert Einstein decided to open the emergency door on an airplane while the plane was in the air. I have never seen this happen in real life. I've seen it in movies, of course, where the door gets open, everybody's flying out, you got luggage and the drink cart and all kind of stuff flying around. It's chaos. The mask to come down from the ceiling. It is a just out of control, out of the norm type scene, to say the least. It's pure pandemonium on the airplane when that kind of thing happens. But this video was pretty surprising because it was not quite what I thought it was going to be. Now, was it dangerous? Yeah. Should the door have been open? No, it shouldn't have been open. Was it life or death? I think so. If people weren't strapped into their seat, it might have ended a lot worse than what it ended. I don't think anybody died. There were just some minor injuries. People had breathing problems. But before I go any further into it, let's roll the clip. If you want to see it in full without my commentary, link, as always, will be in the description. If you are on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
We want to turn now to what may be many people's travel nightmare. Someone pulling open the exit door on a plane mid-flight. It allegedly happened today over South Korea, and the scene was captured on video by terrified passengers.
Now, let's pause for a minute. You see kind of what's going on back here. That's the door being open. The overhead bins are still shut. It's a bunch of wind going on, but it's not the chaotic scene that you thought it might be. Let's continue.
Bracing for the worst. Steve Patterson tonight, he has the video and this story for us.
Tonight, the heart-pounding seconds in the skies above South Korea. Passengers white-knuckling through a wind-whipped Asiana Airlines flight moments after a man allegedly ripped open the plane's emergency door minutes before landing.
Ain't no way. Man, look, I don't know who did that, but whoever did it, they get in the Beats by Dre. They get in the beating of their lifetime. I mean, if that guy gets beat up, like in the terminal or something, there shouldn't be any charges because now you putting my life in danger. I mean, somebody might have a heart attack from that happening. Imagine you're in the air. Now you're kind of close to the ground, but you're not that close to the ground. You're in the air, in the airplane, and then someone opens the door. This is crazy. And one thing I want to say, I don't know who was right there. If I see you trying to open the door, I'm tackling you. We're going to wrestle right there on the airplane. We're going to have a Greco-Roman professional wrestling match right there on the floor of the airplane, right by the exit door. Real talk.
It is recklessly endangering all the other passengers and crew on the airplanes.
Airline officials say the plane carrying 194 passengers was about 700 feet above the ground when a man in his 30s, seated in the exit row, was allegedly tinkering with the handle.
Tinkering? Tinkering? Look, ain't no tinkering going on, sir. Get off the handle. I don't want to. No. Hey, where's Daniel Penny where you need him? Where is Daniel Penny where you need him?
And eventually open the door.
How could a passenger open a door like this while the flight is still up in the air?
It can be opened in the last few seconds of flight so that should on landing the airplane end up off the side of the runway, you can get the doors open and get the evacuation started.
At higher altitudes, cabin pressure helps seal the doors on most planes, so it wouldn't open even if someone tried.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about it. Usually a plane cruising altitude, you're at 30,000 feet, something like that. The door's not going to open. So, but if you are trying to open it at any point in time, I don't care if we're about to take off, about to land, if we're up at cruising altitude, at Daniel Penny, right away, because anybody got time for that. This is about life and death. This is about safety. It's not about nothing else. Keep it all the way real.
But just before landing, that pressure is gone and doors are able to be opened. An Asiana Airlines representative telling NBC News the plane landed safely following the incident and that 9 passengers were taken to the hospital for minor breathing issues. The man who opened the door, detained by police. This scare in Korea conjuring a rash of other airborne incidents in the U.S., spurred by unruly passengers.
Wait a minute. Did you see that? My man was taped up on the chair. Hold on. Did we see
following the incident, and that 9 passengers were taken to the hospital for minor breathing issues. The man who opened the door, detained by police. This scare in Korea conjuring a
windmilling, crazy punches.
Rash of other airborne incidents in the U.S., spurred by...
Look at my man right here. They got this man taped up on the seat. Well, hey, that's what you should do. Like I say, if you're trying to tinker with the door, quote unquote, man, you're getting put in the full Nelson, figure 4 leg lock, the Ric Flair, you're getting the Hollywood Hulk Hogan leg drop, you're getting all that right there on the airplane. So I'm glad they had this guy taped up because anybody got no time for your nonsense, sir. In the plane, nah, man, and you're going straight to the penitentiary off of the plane. If you do anything on the plane, like you try to fight or open the door, that should be a federal charge right away. Gitmo, Bit Rocks, Little Rocks, because this is a very dangerous place. Well, it's dangerous for you to try and act up in this environment.
By unruly passengers. Earlier this year, a Delta passenger was arrested at LAX after opening the emergency door and sliding off the plane before takeoff. Tonight, another scare in the sky with passengers grateful to be back on solid ground. Steve Patterson, NBC News.
That's wild. Imagine being right there by the exit door. I think that's the exit door right there. Imagine being right there. What are you going to do? You pretty much stuck like Chuck because you can't get up. You can't really shield yourself. You got to make sure your seatbelt strapped in and you don't slide out of the door. That's crazy. But I'm glad that it wasn't worse than what it was. When you see the big Hollywood productions, you see all kind of stuff flying everywhere. You see the overhead bins open. You're seeing the drink cart sliding everywhere, stuff hitting you in the face, and then the plane might crash. Oh, that's the worst. I mean, imagine if you are in that situation, you're about to land. It's been a good flight, real up and down. It's a breeze. And then some moron opens the door. Like I said, tinkering. No, sir. Ain't going to be no tinkering. Tinkering. That means you're there for a while kind of messing with it. No, sir. I need you to sit down. I need you to sit down. And it needs to be everybody on the plane to join in. Anybody that's right there to join in and saying, no, we're not going to do this, sir. We're up in the air. Get away from the door. But as I close, I'm going to say this. I'm glad everybody's okay, that this was not as bad as it could have been. It could have been really bad. It could have been a situation where people go out of the plane. Somebody could have died. I'm glad it wasn't like that. So shout out to everybody for surviving and staying calm as calm could be. But my critique would be, y'all see that man at the door tinkering. Hey, you got to go ahead and put him in some kind of UFC submission, whatever you can. If you see a YouTube video, how to put somebody in the chokehold so they don't stop messing with the door, that might have to be your next option because that can't happen at all. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about the whole situation? Do you think that there could have been more done or not too much more done? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This most certainly shouldn't have happened. And anyone that does a thing like this, send them up the river. They can't get a slap on the wrist. They got to go. Okay, I know this is South Korea. They have their own laws and whatnot over there. It's not the USA. Different rules over there. But over here, I'm not sure what the penalty for a thing like this would be. But it most certainly should be federal penitentiary. Like I say, Gitmo, Bit Rocks, Little Rocks, because ain't nobody got no time for that. Even if it's not opening the door or tinkering with it, if you fight on the airplane, like if you start a fight on the airplane and you're acting the fool, man, there's got to be something that can be done to stop these kind of nut jobs from gaining access to an airplane. And if they do gain access to an airplane, there needs to be a stiff penalty so you won't have anybody to come on the plane and try to be a copycat or some kind of thrill seeker or something crazy like that. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.